Welcome back to my channel, and in this video in DaVinci Resolve I'll be teaching how to use the effects toolbox in DaVinci Resolve. Now, to use the effects tab, sometimes you just have to click on the media pool to close out once this light is no longer bright. Right now it's highlighted in white. Click on it and it dims it, and you come right here. You have the toolbox right here. So now in your toolbox you have video transition, audio transition, tiles, generate. These are ones that's uploaded from Acid Byte. So we got those tiles, and you also have other tiles that are included inside DaVinci Resolve. You have a generator where you have just things you can add on to it. We're going to stick with just the video transitions. And most part in your video transition, you can just hover over them and it'll apply it to the video clip automatically. Also, you can take it and scrub it across and see the blur effect. Crosses off. See drop in color. You get this, then like with arrow. See, you get across different transitions. You just hover and just slide across, and you see how there will be applied to your clip. Now wait to use when the transition come. See, you're gonna find a good place to cut it. So now you're gonna cut it. You're gonna take the blur transition and add it right here. This way when you play it, that's it. That's when you add any transition. You can add it in between the clip, or you go right about here, cut this. Testing. Now we're gonna use the arrow transition. You can hover over this and see that, you know, in iris transition part of the now see in this part you add like the arrow transition, or maybe the cross iris transition, the diamond, the eye, yes, the hexagon, the oval. All right, let's go with arrow. The same thing, the element drag and drop in between it. Now the iris is way different than the other transition, because for the previous transitions, which is dissolve, you place those in the center or between two clips. However, with the iris, you take it, drag it, and drop it over the next clip. So what you're going to do is take this clip, put it slightly above this one right about here, grab the arrow, take it, and when you see like the arrow actually, when you see the arrows actually highlighted up here over your footage like that, just let go of it. When you drag and drop it, just let it go. And you want to slide the clip in a little bit more. See, and that's it. You want to get roughly over where you probably want to transition over. You want to get roughly over what frame you want to transition over and what part of it. Because if you slide back way too back, see, it leaves like a gap in the space. So you want where a transition could at least end. You want where the transition can end over the clip, right where you need it to end. Without having a dark space around it. Because if you end it too quickly, you notice how right here, there's the image is overlaying it. However, if you push it back way too far back, when in transition, it will have, see it turns black, like you have all this black space behind it because there's nothing left behind it. I'm gonna slide over some where when it does transition, it still have the footage of the original clip underneath it as it's transitioning over. Now if you go to the inspector tab, make sure you have the layer selected. Then you go into the inspector tab. In the inspector tab, you know that transition right here is highlighted now. And in transitions, you can also change, you can just change your transition type from the arrow iris to dissolve, band wipe, or wherever you want to change it to if you want to. And right here, duration, you change it from second. From this, you change the second where you see now the duration is getting longer. And you can also change it back down. And it goes along the frames too as well, because duration changes with how many frames you scan over and see how many frames is going over the whole entire frame or not, or just leave it as is. Or and you come right down here and set it as the default, default duration. You also got the alignment where you change the alignment. Also got preset up, you can set it up to come up or down. Now left or right. Depends on how you want it. Offset the corner. Also do an aspect ratio. You also got rotation where you rotate it. You can also keyframe this where you can have a keyframe where it rotates. Probably have it where it spins. Okay, where it just spins a little bit. See this tilt, so off straight, then go to the side. You change it, slide up a little bit, and then you also have your borders. This is where you want to give it. It's a border around transition. The arrow have like a little triangle. Where you have a triangle, and give a border. You can change the color by clicking on color. If you want to borrow, and that's pretty much it. Got the in and out erase. This is where if you want to have it where it's already there, where you have an image in the shape already coming up. And I think that's it for this one. Now, these three, motion, shape, and wipe, they're pretty much the same way the first transition. You can just take them, drag them, drop them in the center, right in between the two clips you want to connect. You can slide on top of them, got like clips that actually been cut or mashed up. This one worked with this one because we had cut up, because we had this cut from the same clip. Now on a different clip like this, it probably won't be as easy. You can just take this one and it clips on a single clip. Clips on a single video clip point on a different clip. And it's pretty much just like with the last one. And in this one, you pretty much can change the same thing with it by just going on transitions. And it has the same settings just about. So pretty much all these transitions have the same settings that you could actually mix and match and do. You got right here with the box. Got right here in shape. It's pretty much the same thing too as well. I'm gonna take this, cut in the middle, add the box to it. See, that will be the box that's opening up. And pretty much all the durations are the same. And make sure you highlight the clip with the transition on it, and you come here and you change your transition settings. And last, you got the wipes. There are different ones as usual. Try band. This is called band wipe. which has nothing but bands on it. A good thing about DaVinci, you can preview the transitions before you add them. Also, a good thing also is you don't really need to add them if you don't want to. You can always come up here where it says, you come here to a drop down. Come here to a drop down where it says transition type. I can change this one to band wipe. They won't have to worry about adding because it's already on there and there. You can always change it back when I need to. If I didn't like it, if I say nah, I would keep the barn door. And it's back to the barn door. You pretty much do that with all the transitions where you don't have to drag and drop onto the same clip you want to. You just change it any way you want to. And that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so you know when the video is posted. Share the video. Drop a comment in the comment section. And I'll talk to you later. And I'm out. Peace.